Hello everyone, welcome to another video with me, you winner Andrew, to another video of Weekly Andrew, in which, I've got pulled my jacket off the back of my chair for the first time in quite a while because it's been getting a bit cold. So, yeah, anime-wise, next week I think is the end of this season, with all the anime I'm watching at the very least. Considering I'm pretty sure all the anime I'm actually watching this season does end next week. But this week we had three that ended, so I'm just going to go ahead and get to work, start on that. So, the farming anime. I just don't know what to fucking call it, to be honest. There's no good nickname of it, I think. But yeah, this was a very underwhelming anime. And the whole basis of it was basically that somehow how Al ends up becoming super strong from leveling up his farming skills. But this anime has absolutely nothing to do with farming besides the fact that Al has an obsession with farming. But we don't actually ever really see any farming in it. Yeah. Oh, so this final episode for the anime, it didn't really feel like an ending at all, considering it basically just created more questions and didn't conclude anything at all. It didn't answer any questions and only created more, which is not something you really should be doing when it comes to ending something. Even when it comes to if you're wanting a second season of it or not. I don't think that's something you're supposed to really be doing. But yeah, it was very underwhelming overall. Very much so. And also, I highly doubt this thing's going to get a second season, personally. I honestly just don't see it happening. So, yeah. I guess I'll just go ahead and start talking about the next one, which is the Novice Alchemist one, which is basically just a slice of life anime and just more cute girls doing cute things, to be honest. That's all it really is. With Sarasa being the main character, of course, being overpowered as hell. Guys, yeah, all anime have to have overpowered characters these days and everything. But yeah, just good slice of life anime and all that. Nothing really special about it, just another good slice of life. So I guess I'll move on to the next one, which is Bibliophile Princess, which overall I would say it was a pretty good romance anime, but it had needless drama that was basically completely manufactured, especially on like episode 8 or something. It's somewhat close to the end of the anime, I think, if I remember correctly. But yeah, there's just something there that was just completely manufactured, in all honesty, and didn't make any sense whatsoever. But yeah, and that's needless drama there kind of really hampered my enjoyment of the anime to the point where I probably would have actually given this thing like an 8 out of 10 on Mal if it wasn't for that. But yeah, overall just good romance anime with stuff that's not great when it comes to that drama side of things. That's course in it. But yeah, what I can do about it, I guess. But yeah, that's basically all the anime I had for this week that I had to talk about. Besides the fact that Tinkin, reincarnated as a sword, has its second season announced now. So yeah, the whole leak that they ended up seeing apparently last week was true, with it getting a second season, especially with the fucking ending being so obvious in all honesty. But yeah, second season of Reincarnated Sword. Nice to see. Don't know exactly when that's going to be airing, but we're going to be getting it. Also, anime-wise, I think the next two seasons of anime are going to be pretty good, I think. Considering currently looking at what I got and as planned was for the next two seasons. And it looks pretty good so far. Though I haven't actually really looked at the stuff that's airing the next two seasons recently. Considering I think the last time I actually looked at that stuff was beginning of this season. So yeah, I definitely need to get around to actually looking at that stuff again to see if there's anything else I'm going to be watching next season or not. But yeah, so far, next two seasons kind of look decent. at the very least, with some anime finally getting their second seasons that I've been waiting for quite a while. But yeah, moving on to the next thing I really kind of want to talk about, which is Lessons in Love. I was going to be playing that this week. I was going to be playing it Monday, but for some reason the update wasn't actually public by Monday. I'm pretty sure it should have been on Sunday that went public, but it wasn't out on Monday on itch.io at the very least, so I wasn't able to play it then. And when it did finally go public, I got ready to try and do it, and then checked the wiki, and the wiki hadn't been updated. And I kind of rely on the wiki to kind of keep track of affection points, lesson points, and all that stuff easily. And just be able to figure out where I actually need to go for the events and everything. But yeah, the wiki wasn't updated. And from what I can tell, it was kind of a bit broken considering the whole broken URLs kind of going on there, considering I have a bookmark to the events page for the Lessons in Love wiki. Go click on that. Error 404. Page doesn't exist. Go to the main page for the wiki, works perfectly fine. Go to the event page from there, works fine, but URL's a bit messed up considering there's an index.php question mark title equals events there when it should just be events. So yeah, I think something kind of messed up when it comes to server side of things there, maybe. Considering that whole thing there before events is not supposed to be there really. But yeah, Wiki has actually been updated just a bit before I actually started recording this video, like an hour ago I think. And currently like 6 of the 22 events in this update actually currently have pages, so I'm pretty sure all the pages are going to be created and everything for the events by the time this video is uploaded, so I should be able to actually get to doing that by the and if I haven't already started maybe. But yeah, I honestly don't know if I'm going to be able to actually get around to doing Lessons in Love next week, considering, well, anime, end of the season, got a lot of anime to go through. It's going to be putting a lot more work on me considering I'm going to be talking about every single one of those to kind of just summarize things and my thoughts on them, kind of. Yeah, at the very least, have some time to do that, considering the next update is released on January 5th, or at least that's when it's supposed to be, and then you're probably going to have to wait like 2 weeks for that to go public. So I have some time to get around to Lessons in Love, thankfully. I don't have to do it immediately before the next update gets released. But, yeah. The other thing that I kind of was doing this week, considering I wasn't able to get to Lessons in Love, was continuing playing Trials in Tainted Space. Yeah, I've been playing quite a bit of time into that thing still. It's the point, and I still also haven't really made any kind of progress when it comes to the story, considering I've only got to the first probe on the planet so far. And this entire time, I've mostly been just kind of trying to romance characters, kind of, and just testing things as well before reloading save to undo everything I just did. Considering, yeah, not great when it comes to that stuff. I just want to try and test this stuff to see how it all works with some of the things first. But yeah, currently, after over a week of playing the game, I'd say my biggest complaint with the whole game currently is just the character customization stuff side of things. Considering it's impossible to actually really get your character to be what you want it to be if you are wanting things from multiple different races, basically. Which is kind of what I'm dealing with, considering yeah. It's impossible to really do it without cheats, okay? Without editing your save game or something, it's impossible to do that, considering personally with my character, I kind of been wanting to be a bit of a kitsune with the nine tails and everything, and also kind of fox ears, while also kind of keeping my original race that I started off as for the most part. Alright, and that's really it, to be honest. Though I kind of decided I kind of want to try some other stuff, so I got a bit of Frostworm there as well, kind of. But yeah, got like 3 things there that I was wanting. Kind of impossible to do that considering For the tails, and anything to do with Kitsune, basically, there are only two items in the game that you can use to get that stuff. Foxfire and Frostfire. Normal one and then a Frost version for gold areas, basically. But yeah, that's all that's you can use for that stuff, and it completely changes your entire body to Kitsune, basically. Yeah, meaning you use that first, and then you have to use other stuff to change things back to the way you want them, while hoping you don't lose the tails as well. Considering basically all the things for changing your body and everything is basically completely RNG, except for a few items where you can actually choose things specifically, which are not very common. Considering I think there's only just a handful of items like that in the game. So, yeah. It's basically impossible to do that unless you get what you want, unless you're just wanting to be a single race or something. So, yeah. Very annoying. Also, I'm pretty sure I am basically spending like half my time actually looking at wikis for the game, despite the fact I'm not really doing much on the wikis besides just randomly looking through things, trying to figure stuff out. Yeah, I need to stop doing that and just try and focus on the game a bit more. But for the most part, I am literally just trying to romance the characters in the first few areas before continuing things on, though I think I'm basically just going to finish up the like first two areas and then continue on and just try and get a story done for the most part. With what story is currently in the game at the very least. Before I kind of just start working around and doing more of the romance and everything. Considering some of the stuff is kind of I don't think I can really do until I get some of the other planets unlocked and everything, so yeah. Annoying, but I'll have to deal with it. Also, another thing I guess I'll kind of mention when it comes to another complaint I kind of have is the fact that the game is God's characters that are made by the community and everything there, and those events for those characters are written by the community as well, of course. And one of my complaints when it comes to that stuff is kind of just the fact that some of those people kind of seem to be trying to push more of an ideology than just creating a story. Just saying that. It seems like they're pushing more of an ideology than creating a story. And that's another bit of a complaint I have when it comes to some of that stuff. But yeah, I can for the most part ignore that, considering they're specific characters generally. But yeah, it's a bit annoying. But yeah, I guess I'll end the video here, considering I really don't have anything else to talk about. Next week is going to be a bit annoying, and considering how much anime I got to that it's ending that I'm going to be talking about. But yeah, I guess that there is the end of this video. So I hope you all enjoy this video, and I hope you all have a wonderful Christmas. Bye bye.